Seinfuck.
Listen, I want to say...
What makes you think you're going to be able to produce something that's better than Asylum's version of Meth Gator? You said you're writing the same thing.
Listen, I can write it. I can write it better, all right? Listen, the Asylum can suck my dick, all right? I'm going to start that by saying that.
Well, there goes the Asylum sponsorship or writing job.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we were going to put movie spots for their big projects.
No way. Now Joey Lawrence won't star in our movie.
What happened to your lack of integrity? I thought that we were all on the same page.
Yeah, sell out.
We'll do anything for money.
Yeah, listen, by the way, Robert, I would never accept a sponsorship from the Asylum, all right?
I mean, that'd just be a very specific sponsorship.
This is a strange hill to die on, by the way.
This is first of all, it's a hill. It's not a mountain. It's barely a hill. It's like it's a little bump in the ground.
But you won't. Let's say that they gave you $50 to say watch Meth Gator. You wouldn't say it.
$50?
$50 American dollars.
I'd rip that $50 in their face and go, try better.
That's
try
a new
more.
video game.
Wow, there's some heavy negotiating tactics there, Malcolm. I don't think it's gonna pan out, but
yeah. Listen, I say I don't need pity money from the makers of Asian Schoolgirls, Jailbait, Apocalypse Pompeii, Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark, and Snakes on a Train.
That's disgusting. How long is the runtime for Asian Schoolgirls?
It is 90 minutes.
40 minutes. Oh, damn it. I was thinking it's 40 minutes and just
I'm
it's
fucking
porn.
abhorred by this. To be honest with you, I'm going to want to link to any streaming website that still posts Asian Schoolgirls so I can report it to my ISP for
my
blockage.
superior to block. Yeah, my ISP to block it. I got to make sure my boss knows to block this at work. Otherwise,
everyone's going to be jerking. They're going to be watching illegal. So you won't take the Asylum money? That's crazy.
I just imagine Malcolm's just rips up the 50, wipes his ass with it and throws it back at him. Just I won't take your blood money.
That's essentially what I would do.
Don't give him any more film ideas.
Yeah. Listen, that's the opening scene to my anti-Asylum screenplay.
You're just gonna call it something stupid like Blood Emerald, and it's just a complete rip-off of Blood Diamond, but for some reason it's about the production company Asylum.
Yeah, it would be called Blood Asylum. That's what it would be called.
Stupid.
That's really dumb, Malcolm. Boo.
You know what would be crazy though, Malcolm, is if you really pissed them off and they're just let's make a movie about this guy and make him look like a fucking idiot. They have the writers to do that.
The problem is that they would. This is one thing. I would make a very legitimate movie that gets legitimate press and is released by a legitimate studio. It's not released.
My movie would be great. My movie would be amazing.
The sci-fi, it's not a sci-fi movie. I'm
going legitimate.
Minimum Tubi. Minimum Tubi.
Wow.
Possibly Roku. Ooh. That's Asylum's below that, right? That's a body under the pitcher's mound.
Get ready to cast on Pluto, buddy. That's where you're landing.
Yeah. How many defunct streaming services don't exist on the Hulu remote anymore? Did you see that tweet? It was really funny.
Listen, I'd rather sell my movie to the guys who bought the rights to revive Quibi than to do anything with the Asylum.
Wait, someone actually bought the rights to Quibi?
What are they doing with Quibi?
Listen,
hold on. What architecture does Quibi have that was so important to somebody?
I think it's probably their library.
Quibi, the thing that Quibi had that I feel like people don't appreciate is that when you look at quick movies and TV shows, when you're oh, this thing is 5 minutes, you think idea is going, hey, I want to share clips. We should to market our stuff, we should be able to have people record and do their reactions on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram Reels and whatever. Quibi had its own thing where if you tried to screenshot it, it would just go black and you couldn't share any of their content. That was genius for a video platform on any level.
I thought that already happened with Hulu and shit like that. Was that only a Quibi thing?
That was a Quibi thing. That's what Quibi did. Yeah,
Quibi did.
It was insane what Quibi did. That was crazy. And also the fact that they were like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you're standing in line at the grocery store, and you want to watch something quick on your phone. So that's why, like, you pull up Quibi and not like YouTube.
Wait, you're one of those assholes?
Hold on.
You just got the sound on your phone?
Well, that's what they were implying.
Check this out real quick. Hit this joint real quick.
What's up?
Got me taken in the bedroom. It was Quibi.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
That's pretty funny.
That's a me kind of joke, funny. Harper. What the fuck?
That's pretty funny.
It's a thinker.
It's a thinker.
It's a thinker?
It's a thinker?
You gotta think about it. You gotta remember this.
You know what's a thinker? It is Quibi standing for quick bites.
Is that what Quibi stands for?
Is that what it stood for?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Quiznos sandwich.
Yeah,
I thought it was just a dumb name that someone in a boardroom thought, that sounds like a streaming service, right?
Well, it started as a company by Jeffrey Katzenberg, billionaire co-founder of DreamWorks, who started as New TV, which is insane to begin with, and then became Quibi.
What was wrong with the old one?
What was wrong about New TV? Nothing.
It's New TV. Why would you fucking call anything New TV?
It's YouTube. It's like imagine YouTube being like, no, YouTube New TV. No, I'm New TV.
Is it New TV or UTV?
New TV.
Okay, that's what I thought.
TV.
It just kept on sounding like you were saying like UTV, like it's a YouTube.
I know.
thing.
I was saying UTV because that would be like YouTube's TV, but
they tried that with YouTube Red, and that was absolutely awful. And I don't even think
should have been called UTV,
or no, it was just called YouTube Red. But they don't like. I think they got rid of most of those shows. I don't think you can find them anymore.
Yeah, well, they sold some of the shows off. Like Cobra Kai was a YouTube Red show, now Netflix. And then there's a couple of shows where they just have them. Like they used to be that you had to like subscribe to YouTube Red and then to like watch them.
But now it's just another YouTube video.
But you can literally just go to the like YouTube channels of these TV shows, like Champaign, Illinois, which was very underrated, and just watch them for free. Like YouTube is just completely like the shows they couldn't sell off. They're just like, fuck it. Like we make so much money, it doesn't matter. Right off. They were the original David Zaslav.
Burn the material. Well, probably not because they actually released stuff.
They're like, this doesn't matter. Like this TV show cost us $30 million. We're owned by Google, which is hundreds of billions.
We eat the cost. Yeah, we're owned by Alphabet or whatnot. Yeah,
30 million is like a drop in the can. It's like 30 million is like they found some change in the.
Exactly, and they don't want to pay residuals, so we're just like
I spaced the fuck out. What are we talking about?
Wow, you're pulling okay, cut that.
Oh no, you gotta cut that. Yeah. You okay there, buddy? Are you feeling all right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was just watching this video of this woman consuming ground meat, like this big fat Southern looking woman. Just like taking a bite out of ground beef.
Why are you watching fetish material in the podcast?
Wait, what? You can't say that you were like, oh, I'm sorry, I spaced out.
Watching a woman eat ground meat.
Just raw ground beef. Yeah, it was really fucked up, actually.
What do you mean raw? No.
That's what I'm saying. You want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it.
All right, check this out.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
God damn it. Oh.
Harper.
What do you mean, Harper? Take a look.
I don't want to look at this.
Take a peek. Looks pretty good, right?
No.
A little Worcestershire sauce.
No.
Oh, no.
That's good enough to grill, I'd say.
For the listeners, it's like a really obese woman. She's got an onion, like a white onion, and some Worcestershire sauce. Then she's put it into a patty, like a ground beef patty, and she's about to eat it raw.
She needs to shave her face too.
She's eating it like a burger. This is crazy.
I can't. That is.
She is. Imagine
the bearded lady at the carnival eating raw ground beef.
Imagine like the shaved bearded lady at the carnival.
Yeah, but shaved not well. This is the bearded lady in the off season and her horrible eating habits.
Yeah, this is the woman who's like going to the Trump rally. Like,
oh no, they will not replace us.
Come on,
yeah, they're making America vegan. I'm gonna eat my meat raw.
That is not completely fair, Harper. Fuck off.
That's not fair. Come on.
That was crazy. That was. I can't like.
I guess I'm not eating for the rest of the day.
There's another one in here of someone like cooking a tomahawk on their engine block.
Why are you watching this? What
is going on? Are you okay?
How did you come about this? I'm curious.
This is the video games board.
Oh,
he's on the no site again. He's
on the no site. That's not Pornhub. Yeah, the no site isn't Pornhub. That's the yes site.
You got to stay up on.
Fuck off.
You got to stay up on what you should be a contrarian for this week. You know,
hating on fat bitches eating raw burger meat. Yeah,
it's great to know. Yeah.
I'm okay with hating that.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to fat shame anyone. I'm not concerned about that.
I'm good. I'll fat shame.
I'm here to shame someone who's eating raw ground beef with a raw onion. And then eating it like it's a fucking burger. Like just like nom 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 nom. Like that's crazy. Like here's the thing. I'll be honest. I eat, when I get the chance, I'll eat beef tartare. But
this is in beef tartare.
Whenever he gets a chance, whenever it's just out in the
open. But this is worse than beef tartare because this is like she got some like ground chuck from the disc like from like Aldi. Chopped up some like.
I don't think it's very fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not fresh. Like this is like if she said in the video like, hey. I got this from a guy who like sells it in the back of his truck, like this ground beef.
Yeah,
I believe it.
She's eating the kind of ground beef that's advertising that it only has a certain amount of like rat flesh in it.
Well, that's ground
now
rat.
With 5% less rat.
They sell that in a different package now.
Like this this could be like the type of ground beef where they go like, yeah, a little bit of horse may have made its way into the mix.
I think horse, if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about what animal's going through the grinder that particular week.
Horse is gourmet.
Yeah, I don't want to know how much industrial accidents have made it into the mix. You know what I'm saying? Some thumbs and fingers.
What year is it?
No, did you not hear about that?
Did you not hear about people getting their arms caught in this fucking in the weaving machine?
Have you not seen the whole article that they found a bunch of kids like that are like 10 to 12 years old
working at a meat packing factory in Arkansas, and that they were like talking about how they were getting like hurt. One kid got like really bad chemical burns, and another one lost a finger.
You boys got to quit reading those articles. You gotta stop reading that news. It's not bringing you anything.
You're telling us to quit reading news.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, you're on the no side.
Well, this isn't news.
That is.
Well, listen.
That is not the pot calling the kettle black. That is the pot calling the kettle. I don't know. Yeah, what's up?
Have you guys tried this tap water?
Robert, he's smooth braining. He's smooth braining.
No, you're not using their words.
He's on the no side.
You are literally a Canucks fan. What are you talking about?
You're a Coyotes fan, all right? We're both
because I want to believe in something. What do you believe in?
Misery and pain. No. Oh, by the way, hold on. All right. This just in. Fan favorite of the podcast, Henry Kissinger turns 100 years old today.
I got really happy for a second, and then you just fucking ruin it.
When
just ruined
it.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's 100 years old as of recording of the podcast today. We're recording this May 27th. 2023. He was born May 27th, 1923. 100 years of Henry Kissinger's existence, his reign on this planet.
I got a bone to pick with you, Malcolm. You just called me smooth brain, and I have to ask you 3 questions. All right.
Sure.
First question: name a reliable news source that reports on international
we're not
affairs.
Doing this. Sasha,
BuzzFeed News. Reliable. They have switched over to ChatGPT, the most reliable engine on the internet.
That's one correct answer.
All right.
Second question: who's your favorite television news personality?
Mine is. I will say,
just Malcolm's trying to think of the one that'll piss off Harper the most.
He's trying to think of the stripping news girls that they have in Mexico to read out the weather.
It's just the ones in that reading out the weather and they turn and then like they knock a dude over with their ass.
Amazing. Mexico is truly more evolved than us in every way.
as shown by their murder rate.
I'm gonna say my favorite news anchor is CBC Vancouver's Anita Bath.
You a Canadian?
Oh, does she need a bath?
That's a point against you. I need a bath. Is that a real?
Her name's Anita Bath.
Person?
Her actual name is Anita Bath. You can look it up.
She must have had like the worst high school experience I have ever heard of.
Definitely does not sound like a productive high school career.
Yeah.
This woman, they were vicious to this woman. Her name is Anita Beth. She's quite pretty.
And thirdly,
they probably weren't that
she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Just a wild name to have.
You're 1 for 2. You're 1 for 2.
Thirdly, 1 for 2. Oh no.
Thirdly, all right. What's the wildest conspiracy theory you believe in?
That I believe in?
We talked about it on the podcast. It was the switching of realities, pretty much. The Nelson Mandela effect. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Well, you don't know what's behind it. You just think it's real, right?
Exactly. Like all fucking conspiracy theories, they don't always know what's behind it.
I'm begging you to like use your imagination instead of like being a cold metal box for once, Robert.
The one that I choose to believe is that Avril Lavigne was replaced. That Avril Lavigne died, and then her like a body double came in and replaced her. There's like I saw this video. That's
outrageous for Hillary and Bill Clinton.
That they've also been replaced.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're too boring to like have been replaced.
Boring.
Like they would have just killed them off and then like.
They're like two of the most powerful people on earth, or at least they were.
It would have been a Princess Diana thing if it happened.
Listen, your country allowed 2 people from Arkansas, from Little Rock, Arkansas, to become powerful. All right, that's
your
on
country
you.
Believes.
That's on you. All right, we're getting past the point. All right, what's your favorite Henry Kissinger quote?
No. Bomb them. Let them fry. Fuck Cambodia.
The one where he was hitting on your mom at the hospital.
It was Sasha's mom. Thank you.
Sasha's mom. Sasha, the one where he was hitting on your mom.
And it wasn't hitting on her. They were commiserating that their brothers were dying.
Yeah, your mama was this close to fucking Henry Kissinger.
My Henry Kissinger quote is, "There can't be a crisis next week. My schedule is already full."
Huh.
Or a diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. Some of these quotes just look like they're from Etsy. Like it's like from
Etsy. Like Etsy or like some douche at a party is lying and saying that Benjamin Franklin said it.
Can you give me a good fake Benjamin Franklin quote? Like make it believable?
That's a little hard. I mean, it's not hard. He has so many goddamn quotes. It's hard to figure out what he said versus like what Abraham Lincoln said.
Check this out, right? French women are the most beautiful women in the world. They're elegant, refined, pungent, and cheap.
Is that actually what Benjamin Franklin said, or you just made that up?
You tell me.
Twist. Henry Kissinger said it.
That's Henry Kissinger, baby.
God damn it.
You got pranked. No, I made that up.
Yeah. Benjamin, I gave half of Paris syphilis, Franklin.
What a base individual.
What based?
Based.
He voted against freeing the slaves. No, he didn't.
I don't think they ever even voted.
He was like the first. He was the first one for freeing the slaves, I think, when the John Brown case was up.
Was he?
I remember that.
He was not alive when John Brown was alive. That is like an 80 years Benjamin Franklin had been dead at that point.
Very distinctly. I was there. I
don't believe you.
I was there.
But anyways, I can't believe he made it to 100. He should be dead.
I hope when he does die, it is painful enough to make up for the 80 more odd years I shouldn't say 80, the 60 some odd years that he should have been long dead.
You're trying to condemn us to another 60 years of Kissinger.
If there's a fucking another 60 years, I will kill him, okay? I will. 20 more years of Kissinger, I'm just like, load the gun.
Robert, they say that the first man to live to 150 is already alive.
And his name is Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger.
God damn it.
You ever hear that joke? It was just like the people you hate the most are the ones that live forever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think it's the people, like old people who go like, I'm ready to die. They're the ones who live forever. Like they're the ones who's like, just take me now. I'm going to sleep.
God knows when you're miserable and he wants to keep stringing you along.
Yeah. Like it's like you go to bed and you're like, hopefully tonight I reunite with the people I've
tonight
lost.
I don't wake up. I reunite.
And then you wake up
my
and
childhood
you're like,
dog.
Yeah. You wake up and you're like, fuck.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to go play bridge with, Dorothy and the girls.
That bitch Nancy, who I hate.
All right, here's a genuine question.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, we're all still rocking on this one here. First of all, the Seinfuck podcast has taken a firm stance to protecting the life of Henry Kissinger at any point.
No.
We will throw ourselves on whatever explosive device is thrown into the window, the estate window of Henry Kissinger's.
You were about to say his actual address for a second.
Yeah, Henry Kissinger lives in 11264 North Heidedekel Lane. Is that good enough? It's a good
Heidedekel Lane. What is he also on Candy Cane? Is that off the rut?
Well, it's the first thing I could think of that would fit up your ass.
Oh, thank you. Well,
So, masala or curry today, boys?
Masala, obviously.
Well,
I did find out something this morning that I thought was actually quite insane, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. So, professional arm wrestling, right? That like that's a big thing, or it's becoming a bigger thing, I guess.
I thought what you were going to say is that you found out penis just tastes like a sweaty finger. Go ahead.
Why? Just why? Okay. I don't fuck off, Harper. Stop it. I don't know why you're like obsessed with derailing the podcast today.
I like watching the things you guys build burn.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you work overtime, all of a sudden he's just like, nah, fuck this shit.
Time to burn.
Time to burn it. Just okay. Well, fucking professional arm wrestling is a thing. But I also learned today that there's a fucking Tinder for professional arm wrestlers. It's called ArmBet.
Wait.
ARMBET.
So
and
they date each other, or like they find arm wrestling matches?
They find arm wrestling matches, but it's basically the same thing.
I was gonna say, if it was a dating site, it's like just 6 dudes. Constantly.
just professional, six gay professional arm wrestlers.
Just make it a group chat, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's 6 dudes who are just too scared to go on Grindr at that point.
Got it, dude.
No, I mean seriously, if I had a girlfriend and she was like going through my phone, I'd much rather her find Grindr than that. That seems much less gay.
Would you like think about this very hard for a second? Would you rather have the arm wrestling app or Grindr? Think about that. I think Grindr would probably be easier to explain, but like
I was just looking at the funny profiles.
I don't want to know what dick is.
It's just like, Robert, why are you meeting up with all these jacked, sweaty dudes?
Babe, you gotta listen to me, babe. It's nothing. It's
not what you think.
It's not what you think. All right? We're just arm wrestling naked. All right, we're just arm wrestling naked, and then we
Greco-Roman arm wrestling. Come on.
Yeah,
Robert
come on. All right, and then we go to the bathhouse to cool off.
Robert is
Korean
fond of
bathhouse.
He will try to Greco-Roman knuckle lock you at the first opportunity.
Listen,
no,
babe,
what fucking version of me are you talking about?
Listen, babe, don't worry, all right?
A couple beers.
Me and the boys are just going into the sauna, all right?
We're just going to the sauna where no one can see whose is what.
You guys remember, this is tangentially related, so if you have anything about the arm wrestling app to say, get it out of the way.
No, go on.
You guys remember when that Game Grumps guy, Arin Hanson, was like, yeah, me and all my friends have this club called the D Club. We get together and we touch penises together.
That's right.
He admitted to that on his fucking program. He's just like, yeah, we lightsaber fight with our erect penises, and it's like a funny joke. It's like, no, dude, you're a homosexual.
I mean, he did just come out as gay.
Did he really just now?
No, like months and months ago, man.
Well, it's not just came out then, is it? You should just say he came out.
Well, it's not like you watch Game Grumps. I don't even watch Game Grumps.
I stopped watching as soon as he started talking about the D Club because I can't have him exposing the business like this. Now everyone wants to join.
No, I mean, that is kind of like a ridiculous way to prove you're not gay, is that you just get in fencing sessions with your boys and they're just like, nope, we're not gay. Meanwhile, you're just like swanging.
Is it like open, or is his wife a beard? Like, I gotta know now.
I think he's like doing the whole
he can
like
box.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but he's doing like the whole like pansexual thing.
It's just, not a hard commit to the line like the PR would like him to.
Well, apparently he wasn't hard committing when he was doing the D Club
I think he
either,
was, because they were sword fighting with their penises.
I was doing a pun because it's not a hard thing, it's a soft thing.
I don't know. I would genuinely like Arin. If this somehow makes it,
I don't know.
Arin, if this somehow makes its way to you, can you tell us if your dicks were hard or not when you were sword fighting with them? Thanks. Anyway,
I'm sure he talked about it.
I think he said
he's
it was
very
like
open about that shit. Apparently,
Arin Hanson, Ego Raptor.
Who's Arin?
Arin Hanson is known before he went like more public, have a more public persona. He's Ego Raptor, and he's one of the hosts of like the Game Grumps. I don't know. I have a folder on my computer where I have saved videos of all the times he said the N-word on his show.
What? What do you mean you want that as a safe folder?
That is my prized possession.
Oh, dude. I just like the idea. I just like the idea of you, Robert, having a bad day, and you're just
what I was about to say. Is like Robert is out of options. He has no source of income, and he's just like, Mr. Hanson, I've been saving this as a last resort. What do you mean you have a folder of every time you're in Hanson said the N-word on it?
Because they took all those videos down. I know, but I saved them before he did. I'm crying.
You know, this is probably for Robert. This isn't like a secret way to get onto Game Grumps for Robert. It's more like, Patrick's secret box in that episode of SpongeBob where he's like opening the box and laughing privately to himself, and SpongeBob really wants to find out what's in it. Like, the inner machination.
You'll never understand the machinations of my mind.
Dude, that is so awesome that you have an entire folder of Arin Hanson singing N-word. Dude, you got to find the ones of John saying the R slur.
So great. I mean, they're like kind of coupled together because they kind of say it at the same time.
John era Game Grumps, Kino, good stuff. Good stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Danny Sexbang obviously is a very public figure, a figure who likes to be in public because he is so affiliated with public works projects. But boy, this kind of reminds me of a word I heard the other day. So it's time for a word of the week, boys. Can we get a fun little
word of the week? Oh yeah.
What's your word of the week?
Fun little sting, like maybe an 80s ping here, like a little ditty.
It was like a little ditty to be like, it's the word of the week.
Troll's remorse is the word of the week.
What's a troll's remorse?
A troll's remorse is someone like TJ Miller, the amazing atheist, or Ian Idubbbs coming on the camera and saying that the old content I made was irresponsible and I hurt a lot of people's feelings.
So could you use that like in a sentence like Henry Kissinger has performed remorse?
I don't think Henry Kissinger is remorseful at all. I mean, I get the concept remorse, right? Being like, we talked about it a little bit with what's his name, the guy who had in Vancouver, the dumbass freaking poster that was talking about saying
Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, Linus Tech Tips, and how it was just like, we used to use the hard R all the time when he was talking about saying hard. Make Sasha bleep that, but make it sound like what it actually is, not what people are going to assume it is. Because
listen, Robert said the hard R.
Well, now you gotta name this episode. I have dirt on Arin Hanson, by the way.
Yes, actually, that's a really good episode.
Make him listen to the whole thing.
That would be
anyway.
Funny.
So,
but yeah, I get the concept and them like trying to have a later career.
It's totally a self-preservation thing instead of like being genuinely sorry, and that's what makes it so fucking disgusting. It's like the people who are genuinely sorry keep their mouth shut, I think. I mean, there's no way to know for sure because I'm not, let's say, John Tron. I'm not John Tron. I can't take back what he said about the African-American population. But...
Or Nazis or whatnot, yeah.
Oh, man, I would talk about it all day. I would talk about it all day if you let
going.
me.
That's too deep. Too deep.
Yeah, I am a historian.
You're a historian.
That entire time on the internet was my bread and butter. If I could major in that part of the internet that time specifically, I would. But
you just get a graduate degree on internet nonsense.
on the alt-right's creation and its destruction, the rise and fall. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could probably get a graduate degree in that as long as you focused it specifically on that rather than just like the internet.
My thesis would be a banger. Yeah, I'd have to publish like a 260-page novel on the thesis. But anyway. 260
if you're lucky. But go on, yeah.
But yeah, The Amazing Atheist was doing all kinds of stuff back in the day where he said stuff like, Christians, they're idiots. They're coming out and
yeah. He'd whip himself and say, I'm sorry for being white.
That was like the only funny thing Amazing Atheist has ever done, by the way.
It's just the dumbest,
so funny.
most performative shit in the world.
TJ, you fucking dickhead. Why don't you do funny shit like that, dude?
Okay, go on. What was your point?
My point is that content creators have no responsibility to come out and say the content I made was hurtful, because you're never going to impress the people that are claiming to be hurt by your content, and they're never going to forgive you. They're just people looking for something to be mad at, right?
No.
And it just comes across as completely disingenuous to me, and I'm tired of seeing these videos from people that I used to respect, not because they said the things that they said, but because they had an attitude like, yeah, it's different content now. Like you actions.
Yeah. They made entertaining content, and now they're trying to pivot. And they don't need to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for making all this old stuff or this other stuff." It's just like, at best, you probably just have to say in passing, it's just like, "Yeah, I kind of regret I made that shit, but I'm not gonna wallow in it. I'm not gonna, self-flagellate over it. I'm just gonna keep making good stuff."
Which is why we pre-recorded our apologies in episode 4, I believe, and because we knew what we were doing is wrong, and it'll be more genuine because we were apologizing while we were doing it. That's my point.
Jeez. Well, you've been quiet, Malcolm. Are you trying to have a career or something?
Yes. Yes. I'm standing to the sidelines. I'm watching.
Yeah, just the light. You see Malcolm. He's just like inching off stage, toe by toe. So it's like, I don't know these guys.
Just to express a true opinion and have Malcolm McLeod, Vancouver's finest improv comedian and commercial sponsor.
Local minor celebrity, Malcolm McLeod.
Local minor celebrity. You didn't have to put the minor part in there. That was so rude.
That's an inside joke with like pretty much the entire.
Now it's an outside joke.
Malcolm's friend base.
It's on the podcast.
Oh well, no, we talked about it before.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know who's listening where. There's a whole wide world out there.
Where my Punjabi brethren at?
Don't call them that. That's sickening. Sickening.
You can say Punjabi is just a place.
Sickening.
Fuck off.
Who here is listening from Chad?
I'll tell you where they're listening from.
Who's here listening from Ukraine?
Where are my Brazilians at?
Not here, my friend. They got better things to do.
If you're in Bakhmut or whatnot in Ukraine, I'm very sorry. You should probably stop listening to us and keep fighting.
Listen to us. We'll aid the war efforts with positivity.
That's one thing we're best at, being positive. We're so positive. We're positive everything's gone to shit.
We're the positive guys, right? That's what they call it. They call us the pos boys.
Hold on, Malcolm.
No. I hate that.
In that connotation.
Is there something wrong? Did I say something wrong?
I can't believe you're putting a note in to get this segment taken out. This is evergreen podcast material.
Fuck off. So I was actually I can transition to a different part of the pod, different segment if you like. Fuck off! It was my joke. You don't keep repeating it.
That was Malcolm's joke. Malcolm said that one first.
I thought that was me.
Well, we'll say it's Robert's joke, but we're using it against him.
It's very difficult for you to.
No. We're lifting you up, right? We're lifting you up.
Here, I was going to talk about this. It's something I mentioned to Sasha, and he thought it'd be a very interesting idea.
Okay.
And we've talked about, expanding the podcast, advertising the podcast, so more people listen to it. And I was thinking of okay, what is something you could do to 100% go viral? And I wanted to on the internet so that, get more advertisements for the podcast. And I want to get your guys's opinions on what you would like us to do in order to for sure go viral.
Okay.
Oh, this is fucking stupid.
I've got come on. I can share my idea.
Let's hear it.
Oh God, come on. Be a little more enthusiastic. Jesus.
I'm very enthusiastic to hear what you've cooked up.
We're positive. We're
positive this is stupid.
No, fuck off. Fuck you.
We're very paused on this podcast, by the way.
This is a very negative episode. I will have that.
You're being the real neg hole right here, Robert.
Oh, stop. Stop.
He has to leave it in, boys. He has to. All right, go ahead, Robert.
Okay, so my idea is that, so imagine this. We travel to Las Vegas, all right? Lots of eyes.
I'll catch the last Golden Knights game of the series. Great idea, Robert. We'll catch the fucking finals.
Lots of eyes. And what we do is that we get a car.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom of the passenger door of that car, we put a pair of fake nuts. And then we drive around the Las Vegas Strip with one of us in the passenger side just screaming. And then on the car door, it just says, "Listen to Seinfuck."
Well, then people will know it's an advertisement.
Well, yeah, but
I'm sorry. So did you say Sasha came up with the idea?
No, this is my idea. This is my idea.
Okay, because I was going to... All right, because
he was about to grill Sasha on that idea. He was about to be like,
this is my idea.
That's your idea. Your idea is to do what I would consider the Asylum of The Hangover. That's what.
Fuck off.
That's what this is.
Is there a scene in The Hangover where one of their balls gets caught in a car door?
I slammed my penis in the car door.
No, well, one of them gets locked in the trunk of the car, and then Ken Jeong opens they open up the trunk, and Ken Jeong shows up and runs around the desert naked. That's like an infamous.
That is not the same thing.
Yeah, getting your balls caught. I don't even know how it's possible to get your balls caught on a car door.
That's what's funny.
That is funny.
It's conceptual, guys. It's conceptual.
It's not conceptual.
No. He's
it's
right.
just funny imagery.
When you hear "I slammed my penis in the car door," you have to be like, "How'd you do that?" You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where people will take videos of it on the Las Vegas Strip, and then they'll have a QR code on the door and people can just look at it.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. That's doing it in Las Vegas, doing that bit on Las Vegas, it's not gonna no one's going to notice, right? Because people are just going to assume oh, this guy hired a dominatrix and they're doing weird kink shit on the strip.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
I have been to Vegas, yeah.
Listen, hear me now, boys. All right, I got a better idea. It still involves Vegas, Robert, so you don't have to refund the plane ticket yet.
the Golden Knights game. Yeah, I got us all tickets and everything. Fuck you guys.
Bro, let's fucking go. I would be so stoked if you said that to me. I know you're full of shit, though.
That would be really cool.
I know you're full of shit.
But that would have been really cool.
It would have been fucking awesome. Yeah, everyone except Malcolm gets to go see the Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley, bro. The Lord.
Yeah, because he'll be in like Europe or something.
Yeah, he will be in Europe. That's true.
He'll be gallivanting around Europe.
European tour.
So what's your idea in Las Vegas?
Here's my idea, right, Robert? You come out of the casino. You run out of Caesar's Palace. You scream, "I'm rich! I did it! I got the big one!" And you got what looks like a voucher in your hand, right? And then I take a blank and I shoot you. I shoot you dead. and I throw a bunch of flyers that say "Watch Seinfuck" and run away with your voucher.
What am I gonna do? Just lie fake dead on the ground with a bunch of flyers on top of me?
Yeah, you lie until the police come, and then you bolt.
I bolt. Is very illegal. Spend the night in jail. Is what
you bolt. You bolt. Those Vegas cops won't catch you. They got all the strong policemen.
Here's my idea. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, it's gonna stay in Vegas because that's
absolutely has to be.
That's the thing. We got to catch that Golden Knights game.
That's the thing. You have to catch that Golden Knights game.
That's the Vegas.
We're going to rent out a theater in Vegas. I don't know which casino yet. Probably a second tier
the
one.
MGM, the Paddock Room.
If we're lucky.
Maybe Treasure Island. Maybe like the Flamingo, like who knows?
Flamingo Palace.
We're going to go and we're gonna find the last remaining tiger from Siegfried and Roy Act. Right?
I got connections.
Tiger. The budget in Malcolm's has got like shots way the fuck up.
Well, let's hear them out.
Yeah, so we're going. Yeah, like listen, this is gonna be a high budget affair, but I'm looking to make a move, right? Like we're gonna have high volume traffic. You gotta
spend money to make money, Robert.
We're moving bricks, is what you're saying.
We're moving bricks. We're moving crates. We're moving tickets. We gotta move tickets
for the Golden Knights, baby. Let's go, Knights.
Let's go.
Okay, but go on. So we have a tiger, and we're at the Flamingo Palace or whatnot.
I want to make it clear, old tiger. This is an old tiger.
Has to be old, or it doesn't work. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we're gonna play. Basically, we're gonna play ourselves on stage, but we're magicians, right? We're gonna do a magic act.
So we have to.
And we're not good magicians. We're not good magicians. And what it's gonna end with is one of us is Robert's gonna do his whole thing. We're gonna have a car on stage, and he's gonna get his nuts fucking. He's gonna slam in the door.
Okay, we're incorporating my bit, but go on.
Yeah, he's gonna slam it. Like everyone's gonna be like, "How did he do it? Like,
it's the grand finale."
How did you slam the nuts? And then what's going to happen is as he's like stuck there because like the prosthetic, because it's not real, is stuck there. The Harper and I are going to be on the sides, and we're going to go get him, stick him, and that's when
you're going to stick a tiger on me. That's your solution.
I like this plan. I do.
Yeah, and then we're going to get front page coverage from a reputable
magician
firms.
Killed by tiger. Watch Seinfuck. Can you see the headlines?
We're gonna get it. No, he's gonna survive. He's gonna survive. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But it'll be like close call with Siegfried's tiger. He'll survive. You'll have some cool chick stick scars, Robert.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we're gonna be on like the New York Post, the Daily Mail, Reddit,
the Sun. We'll have really made it if we're on the Sun.
Fox News,
all the ones owned by Rupert Murdoch exclusively.
We're gonna get a deal on TLC. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna move mountains.
And then Malcolm will come out with the gun and shoot you with the blank.
Harper will throw the flyers.
I'll throw the flyers,
and I have to run from the tiger and the police now.
Great idea, Malcolm. Now, how much do you figure it would cost to put this stick together?
I believe conservatively. Several million, but
and I do have like a bit of a poking hole or a hole that I can poke in your plan. So how many people are actually going to show up to the first show? I guess.
Well, it's going to be a sellout. We're going to sell because we're on the strip, right? Like people are going to see Sign, right? They're going to see SEIN. We're not going to give them any
Come
more.
see the amazing Delilah.
We're gonna like purposefully block the rest of the words if people think Seinfeld is performing.
They're going to be like, this might be Jerry.
Oh my God, it's Jerry.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
You know, it might be.
We're gonna get dude so hard.
you know, we're going to cop some people. We're going to cop, we'll cop like Jimmy Kimmel and whatever. But yeah, people are going to like be on the ship. They're going to be like, what? Seinfeld for like $18 and for $18 tickets.
$18. That's a specific
what
number.
are we selling out to make the money back on the $2 million tiger?
I thought we were doing it to promote the podcast, not financially ruin ourselves.
Listen, it's an old tiger, so we don't have to worry too much, right? Like we're doing the tiger a favor.
I'm not worried about the tiger. I'm worried about the money we spent on the tiger.
The tiger's listen. The tiger's the least of the expenses. The tiger, honestly, they were going to give us the tiger for free.
It's a rare white tiger that you're requesting.
We're going to buy an endangered white tiger that can't work.
It's an old white tiger. It's different.
Oh my God.
It's not.
Okay, so if I would just want to count on my fingers how many people Malcolm's plan would piss off. PETA, Jerry Seinfeld, the state of Nevada.
Well, let's back up on Nevada. They love stuff like this.
Well, that's it. You want to piss people off because you want them to be like giving us press, right? That's the whole idea.
Wheel
press is
gets
bad
the
press.
grease,
Absolutely.
but the fucking screaming broken wheel gets replaced, Malcolm. Come on.
Well, Robert, if you get replaced as a result of this tragic incident, I don't see the downside for Seinfuck, but it is certainly a blow. It's certainly a blow for the podcast.
Listen, I don't want to replace you, but I will replace you.
Luckily, Robert, we have gotten a hold of Avril Lavigne's agent and cloned you.
Yeah, we're going with the same agency that.
That is why it costs so much money to put this plan together.
That's where the millions of dollars are going to.
Yeah, it'll be very
replacing
dramatic.
me after I get mauled to death.
Hold on, no, Malcolm. It'll be very dramatic.
I want to say one last thing. I feel like you go and you're like, where's the money coming from to even put this up, like to put up this whole scheme? And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am going onto the computer, Robert's computer, and I'm going to use those files, and I'm going to get the money from someone.
I was thinking you were going to do like a life insurance scam or something like that.
Dear Mr. Hanson.
Dear Mr. Hanson.
Yeah. Dear, I have dirt on you, and I'm proposing that you fund my show in Las Vegas.
I'm demanding that you fund my show.
If you do not acquiesce to my demands.
Yes. It'll be a magic show where it's like, now I have this file and now I don't.
Yeah. Well, here's the greatest
internet.
part. This is the best part to me, Malcolm, right? You have the clone and Robert fighting on stage. They're trying to preserve themselves, Robert Alpha and Robert Omega. And you're pointing the gun at both of them. And they have to convince you that they're the real Robert, you know? So.
And then you shoot the real Robert on purpose.
I mean, to you, it'll be the real Robert. But
yeah.
Isn't this just the plot of The Prestige?
Huh?
What?
You've not seen The Prestige?
I'm talking about you getting mauled by a tiger while you're not.
We're not talking about this. Isn't the Prestige podcast, all right? This is
but that's the plot of The Prestige. Is that he makes clones of himself to finish his magic trip. Spoilers.
Wow. I never seen The Prestige. This is so fucked up.
It's Christopher Nolan. Fuck off.
I never seen it. Well, now I will. And I'll already know what's going to happen. Thanks to you.
Yeah, well, there are two twists in The Prestige. There's the main twist, and then there's the secondary twist.
What's the secondary twist?
Oh, that fucking, what's his name? His character, Christian Bale, has a quote-unquote twin.
Wow, he told me the secondary twist right when I asked. What kind of fucking movie?
It's just like the whole point of it, which doesn't make any sense. Like every single other Christopher Nolan movie, is that he has a twin that's been pretending they like switch roles and they were pretending to be one person.
So when your nuts are stuck in the car and the tiger's attacking you, Malcolm's gonna have to pull the blanket. We don't want a Baldwin situation happening, so I'll also have a real clip with real bullets.
Wait. What if you mistake the real clip or the fake clip for the real clip?
Well, we'll only shoot one of you is a good thing.
God damn. Why does this always end in my murder?
Well, we could
Well,
always.
you're not gonna like you won't die. The clone might, but you should.
Close.
I shouldn't.
It's a 50-50 chance, really. I'm a
God damn
great
it.
shot, and so is Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm a good shot, so I
He's a
will.
great shot.
You've never shot a gun, Malcolm.
I have shot a gun. I have a gun license. I have a Canadian. I have more gun training than probably both of you.
Wait, really? You have a gun license in Canada?
I do.
That's
Cool.
cool.
I took a week-long course at the Croatian Cultural Center.
Cool. We don't have to take a week-long course. We can just buy a gun.
Yeah, we can just go to Walmart and leave with one.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the gun show that happens like every other day in Arizona and buy a gun without any background checks.
Yeah, I feel like it's that thing of like, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a gun.
As we said as the beginning of the episode was to sell out, and you guys are making that very difficult, barring Robert's folder of information on a popular celebrity.
He's not a popular celebrity. He's just a minor, the mid-tier YouTuber.
He's just won a very high-profile boxing match, Robert. I would watch out if I was you.
See, those are so dumb. Have you actually seen any of them?
Yeah, no, I've seen. I saw his ass get beat by Harley last year. That's what I saw. But I didn't see the new one because Ian's gotten extremely tight-fisted around the time everyone started calling him a cuckold, and he won't re-upload the footage. Probably on account of his wounded pride and schizotypical personality disorder.
About being taught wrong by Sam Hyde and then getting the shit kicked out of him.
Robert, do we have any submissions from the forum?
I can look. Oh, I think we have one or two.
Do we have any dirt on Hassana Bibi?
Hassana Bibi?
Hassan Piker.
Hassan Piker. I was like, what? I'm not sure.
There's a couple of old BuzzFeed videos that he's in that are pretty cringe.
Well, BuzzFeed.
I just don't respect him.
Well, don't let Hassan hear that. He might try to bully you on account of him being a 6'3" guy who won't fight Sam Hyde because he's scared.
We got a question from Mr. Goose Fighter.
Oh, ooh,
okay.
The goose.
He asks us, how many geese do you think you could fight? And the song recommendation is Crush and Big Beautiful Sound by Johnny Manchild. I've never heard of them. So, Harper, how many geese do you think you could fight?
How many have I fought before, or how many do you think I could take at once?
Why don't you talk about how you fought geese before, and then you can think how many more you could take in a fight.
Well, I haven't fought any geese before, but if I were to try, I could probably take 2 on at once. I think that's my max 2. 3 is almost like you're asking for trouble.
True. Well, I was just thinking, like, geese are fairly fragile. Well, I mean, not necessarily fragile. They're vicious, don't get me wrong. But, like, you could probably just, like, pull their heads off. That sounds incredibly cruel. And I would never do that. But in a theoretical, like, geese beat
in a situation
down,
where you're in an enclosed space and people are throwing money at you and the geese. And I'm some trafficked slave who's like, who their entire point of my existence is to make money fighting geese for my owner. Oh no. Just like, yeah, boy, get them geese. It's just like, oh no. You know what they call you, Robert, in the ring? They call you El Gonzo Guapo.
Isn't that literally the plot of a movie, though? There's like a British-made movie about a kid who's like, his entire point is that he fights people to death, but just replace people with geese.
I don't know. I don't watch movies.
So you think two you could fight comfortably?
Probably two comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Malcolm.
Here's the thing: there's nothing more terrifying than walking home in Vancouver on the seawall, and then you just see a pack of geese just like in the shadows.
It's like a bunch of like drugged out teenagers on like the block.
They will fuck you up. Like these geese will fuck you up. I think, but though like just because I say that, I've seen like some geese like get like aggressive with people. Like the geese right now, there's like a lot of them in Vancouver. Like you have to like if they're crossing the street, the cars are stopping, right? Like that's the power they yield, right? Like you don't like people aren't hitting geese with their cars. The geese are stopping the cars, with their presence. I would say that I think I could take on maybe 3 to 4 geese. If I had to, I think I could, because you got to start snapping necks, right? That's what you're doing.
Malcolm's a fucking juggernaut.
I'm looking to snap necks quick, just like that kind of deal. But I think I'd be overpowered by the geese fairly quickly. And I would, be consumed by them. And then I also think that the guilt of snapping at least 4 geese necks would also prevent me from going further. Like here's the thing, I'm only going to kill a geese because they're attacking my family. All right. Like this has to be a John Wick situation of I'm defending myself.
You're John Wicking a bunch of geese.
Yeah.
I'd actually, you know what? I'd pay to see that movie. Yeah, I'd pay to see John Wick with geese.
Yeah, that's a movie. You know what? Who I'm not pitching it.
Asylum. Yeah.
The Asylum.
The Asylum. Yeah. I don't know. That just sounds like, do you remember those old like YouTube videos they do, like animation videos on like Newgrounds and YouTube, where it'd be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but with rabbits? There needs to be what that was way back in the day, but John Wick, but with geese.
Absolutely. I am 100% for that. That's what I want to see. I want to see it's a Canadian action movie. His dog's been killed by a pack of geese, and he's going nuts.
It's just the thickest Canadian accents they have too. It's just like, where'd the geese? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because this is not set in Minnesota. This is set in Vancouver. Speak normally. No.
Okay, well, thanks, guys. I guess the amount of geese I can
No. It's fine. But I need you to commit harder to the accent.
To commit harder to the accent? I'm not, like I said the podcast before, I'm not really a voice guy.
Can you do the scene in which Robert, you've got the accent, and like I'm playing the John Wick character, and I'm not speaking, right? I have very little lines. I don't say a word, but you're the villain. And he's controlling the geese. It's a human character.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I've killed a bunch of geese.
Is the villain still Russian, or is he just like hardcore?
He's very Canadian with your accent.
He's very Canadian. Okay. Well, Mr. John Wick, looks like the goose is loose about the hood.